Okay. Take two, folks. Everything is great. Reads the sign on the wall of Michael's office once Eleanor Shellstrop reawakens. Written in the same friendly green font as it was the first time Eleanor opened her eyes at the very beginning of the series, the calming message looks just the same, but for the crucial difference that, originally, that secretly mendacious greeting promised the newly arrived Eleanor, everything is fine. The change, one of the many details creator Michael Schur and company have seeded throughout The Good Place, and The Good Place rewards sharp-eyed viewers looking for clues that, in its second season, the series remains as tightly, one might say fiendishly, dense and ingenious as ever. The thing is, for much of this two-part season premiere, it doesn't seem that way. Not that this season doesn't kick off with both a lot of laughs and a breathlessly entertaining mystery for those of us hungry to see where Michael, revealed as the devious mastermind behind what turned out to be The Bad Place in last season's nearly flawless finale, plans to take things now that the jig is up. Intended as his passion project, this prototype evolution of the way that The Bad Place traditionally tortures those humans who didn't measure up to the universe's still baffling scoring system was built for just 4 people. Boorish Eleanor, waffling academic Sheedy, though charitable egomaniac Tahani, and ultimate doofus Jason were all intended, in Michael's elaborately diabolical afterlife, to subtly and unknowingly torture each other for 1,000 years. Instead, thanks to the unlikely bond the quartet forged in trying to figure out, for example, why heaven has dirty dishes, easy-tier garbage bags, and the occasional outbreak of giant, flying shrimp, Eleanor figured out Michael's game in a matter of weeks. With the triumphant Eleanor assuring Michael that his intention to put them into his demonic rat's maze again will fail even quicker, her insult to basic exclamation mark is cut off by the smug Michael's sneering finger snap, the group's memories are erased, and the season ends with Eleanor opening her eyes on that same, serenely soothing sign. Except that now it promises things are great, complete with a cheery exclamation point, a subtle tinge of desperation mirrored in the premiere's bell-mel pace, and Ted Danson's Michael. Seeing just how Schur would pivot his gleefully weird little TV world after such a major twist was always going to be the test for both his vision, and The Good Place's sustainability. Picking up the series from Michael's point of view here is a logical move, as we were finally glued into his role as The Bad Place's iteration of the idealistic dreamer underdog. Sure, The Bad Place has its lava monsters, food that turns into spiders in your mouth, and, as Michael mentions offhandedly tonight, something called the penis flattener, but Michael, a desk drone with big aspirations, saw the opportunity to think outside the box. Said box would probably be full of spiders, considering that Mark Evan Jackson's hysterically deadpan Bad Place superior Sean notes tonight that they're also trying out the new butthole spiders. They're enormous, he asserts upon hearing a fresh scream of the tormented emanating from somewhere off-screen. Sean, after playing his own part in Michael's complex charade as an all-wise adjudicator before Eleanor blew the lid off the scam, reveals that the gambit had put Michael in serious jeopardy of forced retirement. Which, as we know, involved, among other nasty things, his soul being scooped out and ladled over hot, ugly diamonds, plus some more penis torture, and so Michael, after begging for another chance, is on the hot seat, literally. Something that informs Danson's portrayal, even down to the way he's shot. Michael, whether briefing his increasingly restless Bad Place extras or attempting to set off just the right chaos sequence at a lavish welcoming party intended to start this round of tortures off just right, always looks a touch sweaty, a trifle blotchy. The big reveal last season was a masterful long con by Schur and Danson, the revelation that the sweetly befuddled, politely courageous Michael is actually a petulant, devious torture architect extra crushing for how it robbed us of one of the most indelibly endearing characters in recent memory. Here, Michael is not only still smarting from his humiliation at the hands of puny mortal Eleanor, but in genuine fear for his eternal existence at the hands of the impassively contemptuous Sean. And so Michael's machinations this time around smack not only of desperation, but of haste. Michael admitted that his scrupulously plotted neighborhood only really went off the rails last season because he never could have anticipated that the legendarily selfish Eleanor would attempt to give herself up in order to save The Good Place, and her reluctant friend and ethics mentor Chidi. He had to think on the fly.